From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Starts against a winless Skin. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he won't be able to get past the line. And very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
It's caught by Harrison. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the pistol. Here comes Pacheco. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends would get you.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
19 Tiger.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Nice run back, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Allen taken right to the air. His first throw is an interception. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, right?
He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Tag! Cowboy 80. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Allen on 3rd down. He should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So even after the near turnover, Brock, offense still getting the call here. It's 4th down. Play action now with Allen. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Kicks away from one. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Roll. Here we go. Start. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 8 Buffalo 18.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
Throwing off the play fake. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs hold a 16-point lead in the first. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw now, Allen. One pass brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Doe's going to hurry up offense here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid game. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have 2nd down and 5. Brown on the inside give. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
It's caught. Chase has it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing here, Allen. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Give on 2nd, it's Brown. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Allen setting up to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and it's incomplete.
It's no good. He needed more leg and he sent it too far right. And this stays a 3-possession game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Still going at the 30. He has a to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
Come on, set, ready.
Looking in the air here. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
Third and just 2 to go.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game.
Chiefs 24, Bengals nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. It's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
That's good for the Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First down throw for Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Only a yard from that time, so now third and 9. Here he goes, third and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And goes to the hurry up here. First and 10. Here's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. That throw behind his intended target.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Air it out on third. That's Worthy running the slant. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
60,
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hurt.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. It's the Chiefs in front here at Arrowhead.
Ready.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Mustang 19. We got it.
Still sticking with the passing game. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing again on second and 10. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
18 Cardinal. Go.
Third and long, they're going to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he's going to score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs make it a 24-point ball game.
Chiefs 31, Bengals 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Great vision gets him across midfield. Into the red zone. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return coming from the 14. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, running with I should probably start ahead, boy, because I got all the hands, boy.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
It gives a Pacheco to start the drive. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
70 Timberwolves.
First down, and they go right back to it. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Viking 18.
Back to throw now. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
On first down, Allen. He's trying to push the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to attain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Finds Chase on the slant. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throw here, 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Warrior 70.
3rd and long for him here. It's cut by Harrison. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
Here we go. Here we go.
Kansas City
70 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurt. Rig alert. Rig alert. Dragon 60. Set up. Ready.
Throwing it again here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Return coming from the 6. Escapes the defender. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker
Kansas
on
City.
now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Down to the running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Alert! Round 80!
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Again, Allen to the air.
47-yard line.
Completed to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air again, Allen. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Carter here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Chiefs.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals drop the lead back to 13.
Bengals 21. Evan McPherson.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
On the jump!
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10.
19, Buffalo 18!
Trying to throw this from the gun. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work
Here we
with.
go! Go!
Going to the ground again on first. Running their full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Panthers 50, Panthers 60. Ready?
Takes the handoff. Now to throw.
Shamar Stewart on the tackle. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third
And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. Third down.
60 Eagles. Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here he goes. Third and long. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Fields this at the 18. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
At their own 25-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs from 37.
Bengals first down. A gain of 12. And the Bengals
First down carry for Brown. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And he's got it. It's in close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
Go. Go.
Brown. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. We'll see them tackle second and goal after the break. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the fourth. Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Alert!
Brown again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now within 1 score in the fourth. McPherson add the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Airing it out to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw again on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
60 Vikings, Cougar 19. Riggs. Check smash.
They'll throw, third and long. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. Nearly got that football in plus territory with the pick, Brock, but the drop does give the offense an opportunity to now punt this away.
Yeah, either way, you should be getting the ball as a result of that play. It's just, well, now it's going to be a little bit tougher. He's got to string a longer drive together. Nearly an opportunity to set the offense up for success.
They're going to try to throw for it. Throw caught by his running back. Has room down the left sideline. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs go up by 12 in the fourth. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for two. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Makes the score. Chiefs 42.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for two.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing here, Allen. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First down carry for Pacheco. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown on an incredible return. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals get it back to a 14-point game.
Bengals 35. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 70, Timberwolves. Drag him 60.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Third and long for him here. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say got the feet down too. Excellent work. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready up.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Here we go. Start. 70 Lions. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the set.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Go. 19 Lions. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready up.
Sticking to the air here. It's his running back. Running in the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His third through the air this game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Looks away from one. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Back to the air. Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Third and long. They're going to throw. He put everything he's got behind it. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, and they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First and 10, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that the quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
6 the Eagles, 6, Panther 60, Hey, check that, streak. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. Has some room to work. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs put up even more points in a win.
The play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, skip catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Bengals 35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Alert!
Allen setting up to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
15 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling. He's got it inside the 25. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him.
Kevin McPherson.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
To run it down. Get your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
19, 18. 19, Lions. Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. Connects on the crosser. At the 20. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs keep adding to that 4th-quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Alert, alert, alert.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Taylor going downfield. It's caught. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Five wide. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Allen. Cut out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Allen on 3rd and short. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
On first down, Allen. Brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense up to the line fast.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, tight. Stop.
To throw again, it's Allen. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings.
Pass play now. Completed over the middle. He's got it in the red zone. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. So score this, a win for the Chiefs. Well, what began as just a good start to this season might be becoming something a little bit better, Brock. 4-0 now. There may be some serious legs to the start there.
Everybody's got a song called Rockstar running up the